Plastic 3 out now.
Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Najee from Cigar Talk, and today I got a very special guest. I mean, obviously we're at the Bel Air office, but a new set, the pink one. I got a very special guest, Miss DreamDoll. How you doing?
Dream.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
A lot to talk about today, a lot going on. Rolling loud yesterday.
Yes.
Seen you busting. I was watching the story going crazy.
No, did you see it though in person?
Nah, I
did you
didn't
feel
see it. I was there. I was in Vegas. I just got back.
Okay. Well,
Tell me the vibe. What was the energy?
You ever on 4th of July? You ever lit firecrackers?
Facts.
Right. You know that feeling when you run over, light the firecracker, and you run away to go
Yeah.
to go
And you
away.
just waiting like.
Yeah, that's how I felt on the Rolling Loud stage.
Damn. Okay.
was
Are you so?
amazing.
Cause you're not really new to Rolling Loud. Like I feel like you've been
No,
doing
but
big
I also
crowds.
haven't dropped music, a new body of music, in over 2 years.
Yeah.
So just being able to perform a bunch of songs of new music, I was more excited like that.
Yeah.
That was, and then when I walked out there, they went crazy. So it was like us fueling each other. Like I walked out there with an empty tank, and they just gave me all my fuel. Cause
Damn.
I was super nervous before I walked out there.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done big shows before. Like, do you get nervous every time? Is it like an every time thing?
Every time I get butterflies, my breathing gets heavier.
Yeah.
I have to be like, before I get on stage, but as soon as I, it's over.
It's over?
As soon as I start walking out, when I walk out,
Yeah.
it all goes away.
Yeah, I seen everybody talking about it. I was looking at Twitter. They was going
Really?
up.
I gotta look at Twitter.
You gotta look at Twitter. I'll be checking
No,
Twitter.
I'm a big Twitter watcher. I see what y'all say. That's why mostly I be on block. But
Right.
I definitely want to see what was the feedback. I just been so busy.
I ain't even capping because I would tell you if it was like.
Boy,
would tell
he
you.
was not finna tell me that.
I would tell you if it was that, but nah, they was going up. Like Twitter was saying your shit was hot. Twitter was saying it was going
I
up.
felt good when I got up the stage. I was like, yes.
What was the record that you feel like? What's the record that you get most excited to perform? Like, all right, when I do this shit, like.
Okay, so about like my Rolling Loud performance, like it was like my I was excited to get my feet because I just dropped the project on Friday.
Yep, Life in Plastic 3.
Life in Plastic 3 dropped on Friday. Michelle get that. But I was just excited to see if I perform one of these songs off this project, would they know it?
Right,
You know?
right.
How would be the feedback?
Yeah.
So like when I performed Frank Stan, and I was like, when Frank Stan opened, the whole crowd said, I was like,
You felt good, right? Okay.
it was amazing.
Nah, for sure.
But my favorite song to perform, I really have to say, is Ah Ah Ah. That's my favorite song.
I hear that in the strip. Every time I'm in the strip club, they play that record.
Yeah,
in
that's
New York,
lit.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite song to perform.
All right. So tell me, I mean, we got to get into the project, Life in Plastic 3. This the series. So before we get into the singles and the records, tell me why Life in Plastic? Like, because you continue in the series, so it obviously has some sort of like meaning to you. Where does that come from? What does it mean to you?
So Life in Plastic is a series that I put together, and Life in Plastic 3 was actually my closure. Because I didn't just want to go drop an album, I wanted to end this chapter so you guys see me at my beginning stages. Now I'm more elevated and I got my shit under control. And like even through my artwork, like Life in Plastic 1, when I had to paint, I was painting a blank canvas and I poured the paint on myself and I did a shoot like that.
Yeah.
Life in Plastic 2, I was actually the patient was Life in Plastic 1, and then the doctor was Life in Plastic 2, so I was working on myself on that cover.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the third cover was like beautified, dolled up, and just I'm wrapped up in this saran wrap. Like I got my shit together, and I'm just basically ready to take off.
Damn, it's crazy that you breaking it down like that.
They
Because
never see it go over their head all the time.
Yeah,
Like, some of my
I didn't
bars.
get that, and I seen the covers, and I didn't get that. But I think it's crazy just because I always tell people, you know, I'm from New York, I'm from the town, so
Where you from?
Queens, Jamaica,
Okay.
Queens, yeah.
Shout out to Queen.
I say as far as like the people I feel like most improved and got better is you and Fabio. I feel like you and Fabio have really come into your
Yeah.
own as artists. What do you think was the turning point for you that you started? Because I don't want to say you wasn't good, but like you started really elevating in the last few years. It felt like to me.
First, you know, me and Fabi went on. It's crazy that we went on a tour together. Remember we did
Yeah,
tour?
facts.
It was great. But overall, I feel like it has to do with like wanting to improve yourself and self-criticism and just being able to be better and know where things aren't working and know how to fix it. and getting more in tune with being just a better artist, a better woman, lyrically better, reading more, stimulating your mind, and just really being an elevated dream doll. That's what I focused on. And, you know, I just was like, why isn't this shit working at one point in my life? And I was like, something has to change. Despite what happened, and I had to make that change, you know, shout out to that situation. But it just was like, you know, it took a certain thing that happened that made me want to change. I'm like, nah, fuck that play shit. Nobody finna play with me no more. I'm about to start talking my shit.
Talk your shit,
and I just was very unapologetic about it. And ever since then, it's just been walking on my shit.
Damn, I like that. Like, it's definitely the growth is something that you can see. It's like
growth,
evident.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
that's
It's
why
evident.
when I get my hit, it's gonna be, I earned that shit.
Yeah. Tell me about that, because like I said, I've been knowing your name for a minute, but you've been progressively like really starting to get out there. How hard is that process? Because I mean, people that watch this, there's, you know, there's fans, there's aspiring artists, but just to see somebody continue to grind, how hard was that part for you to like really grind to get to this point?
Really seeing the vision and believing in myself and having a good team and a system behind you is just like never giving up. Like, I never want to come this far to give up.
Facts.
It's like I've been one song away for years. That's like, that's all that's missing. Like everything else I got, but it's just like that, you know. So I'm gonna keep working, keep putting out music, and it's gonna come to me because I deserve it.
Right. All right. Okay. So I gotta get into a couple of the records. The intro, man, that shit stand out. Misunderstood.
Yes, sir.
I watched the video today. You was in a little bubble going around the city. That shit was fire.
Yes, life and plastic bubble. I was in that bubble.
What did that represent to you? Just like the bubble around the city and
just being in that bottled up place. I actually did the video for Misunderstood during COVID. Right when COVID. I actually did that before I did I did then I did Misunderstood like 2 days later.
Oh shit.
And that was 2019.
Yeah, basically.
So that I've been did that, you feel me? Like I did it, one, because of the social distancing thing.
Yeah.
And then two, it was like, I'm always gonna make sense of whatever I do. So like that was me living plastic, being outside, all these people seeing me, living my truth, being myself, naked truth.
Right.
That's basically what it was, and just being in my own world. But everybody's watching. That was my concept through the whole video.
Okay. No, I like that.
Yeah.
I think this album in particular, like, there's a lot of samples. It's a sample-driven joint. Like
Why do you think it took so long to clear?
That's what I was. Is that why it took so long? Just to get the project? You said you were waiting about 2 years.
Majority of it. Some is I'm actually at Warner now, so I'm changing labels.
Oh, okay.
So you know, legal shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I had a couple problems with some of the features that I had. But it turned out to be a good project, and I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, definitely a good project. So I work at Sony outside of this, so I already know how to process it. Yeah, it's crazy. But tell me about that. Like, was the idea for samples? Was that just like, yo, I wanted to do some shit like with a bunch of the songs that I fuck with? Like, was it a conscious thing, or it just kind of happened like that?
Honestly, it's like I would just get beat packs, and that's the ones that I fall in love with. Like, I love when upcoming producers or even people I never met in my life send me packs inside my emails. I'm gonna listen to the beats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick something out there because I know that I like growing my people. Like, boom, bet you didn't know that I kept the same producers in every Life in Plastic.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Damn.
Right. I kept it and I closed the chapter with all of them.
That's what's up.
With the same team. So
Okay.
it's like, even Diz, you know my body.
Yeah.
When he from the Bronx, we both grew up in the same hood. And we gonna go up.
Right. Okay. Some loyalty there, right? Going on. All
But
right.
Misunderstood was literally my journal. Like, I wrote down everything I wanted to talk about in my intro. And that's how I usually come up with songs. I write about whatever I want to talk about.
It's crazy because I think Life in Plastic 2 was like that, where the intro, you're very open about just everything you're going through. I feel like, is that the common theme? Is that how you approach intros? Because that's what it felt like.
I like that you said that, because it's like when I did When It's Over, I did that song, but when it's playing in a club, I will literally run to the DJ booth, or I'll have somebody from my team run and go cut it off.
Cut it off?
Because that was that was the first time I was ever vulnerable, where it's like, no, I don't want I don't want people in the club to feel how I felt while you sitting here drinking. Like,
right. In that atmosphere.
I did it But when I heard it out in public, I was like,
Right.
I wanted to put an invisible cloak over me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That
like,
makes sense.
you know, so I thought about it like, okay, let me try the same thing. But I'm going to get a little bit more deeper, but I'm not going to, so I can feel, like, even when Misunderstood play, this is my fucking story. So when it plays in front of hundreds and thousands of people, this is my story. So I'm over here being vulnerable around about, I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve.
Right.
And
well,
I
people
feel
can
like,
feel that.
right. But I got the feedback that I got back from Misunderstood made me want to do it more. I'm like, people really want to know the real you.
Yeah.
Like, cool, I can rap about my ass, my pussy, this money, this chain, jewelry. Cool, but what's your story? What are you telling? What is your struggle? Where you come from? Because a lot of people think that just because I'm a pretty face or whatever, I'm more than that. You feel me? I got locked up like millions of people in this world. Mm-hmm. My pops is in jail. My mom's a single mom. I lived in the P's. You ever been in the P's?
I've been there. Luckily, I ain't had to grow up there, but of course, I have family there. Yeah,
if you in the P's, the heat is hot as fuck.
You can't even
You
turn
can't
it down.
turn it down. You got burn marks on you.
Right.
You feel me? I used to have heat rashes, and my nose I used to have nosebleeds all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like I wanted y'all to feel what I went through. I wanted y'all to put y'all in my childhood. Because people don't know that. They see me now, they think that you probably thought I grew up.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, it was never like that. So I feel like as the more vulnerable you are and the more real you are with your fan base, that there's nothing like it.
I love that. Absolutely. I think in both intros you mentioned your pops. You just said your pops right now. Like, you know, I think you said he's doing 50 years or something.
55.
Tell me about that. Like, because obviously, like, as a young girl growing up in the Bronx, right, Edenwald Projects, to grow up in an atmosphere where there's wolves around and you ain't got no pops around, what's that like for you?
I love that question. That really was a good question.
Yeah, I studied this shit.
Right. I was just speaking about good interviewers, and I was like, when people interview me and they actually ask me questions about myself, about my music, but about myself, like, how much you pay for this chain? How much you did that? Like, no, I'm talking about, like, you know this because you got in tune with me and you asking me something about my truth.
Yeah,
you know? But that was really good.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's very important. I had to learn from my mistakes with everything with my pops. Like, I encourage any, you know, single dads, or even if you have a daughter, spend as much time with her. Tomorrow's not promised, because I would do anything to be able to, for my dad to even be able to take me to the deli, like, or even be able to come and have any of my blessings or achievements to be there and just see it for himself. It's an undeniable wish, and that I can't have that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You a daddy's girl?
I'm an innocent angel to my dad. Like, I would have to say my dad probably thought I was a virgin till I was like 25, and it was only because Instagram might have said I dated somebody or some shit happened.
That's probably why he went in. The nigga heard you wasn't like, what? No. It's over.
Nah, I'm like I'm the type of girl with my dad. I'm very baby, baby. Because I'm my dad's only child.
Oh, you only child?
The only child.
Damn. Oh, so you spoiled for real.
I mean, I spoiled myself, but.
Oh, I heard you.
You feel me? It's just like, he thought I could never do no wrong.
Right.
Because I speak to him on the phone, I go see him. That's all you know, I painted my own pictures of my
Right,
pop.
right.
It's like fucking with somebody in another country. You painted your own picture, you don't know nothing about me.
I'm going to give you what you need.
I'm going to give you what I want you to know. You feel
right.
me? And the rest, you feel me? That's that.
Nah, I feel that. Another record I wanted to talk about on the project I thought was super dope, the Twerk Class joint. I like that.
Twerk School.
Oh, excuse me, Twerk School. I like that joint a lot. So you had the alphabet flow, right? You was going through the joint with the alphabet. That record, tell me about that. You was like on some lyrically flexing. Was that? Did you come into that saying like, all right, I want to spit and do this? Like, how did you get that type of flow and that energy on it?
Okay. So remember I did Collections Freestyle when I rapped about, when I was in a deli and I was rapping about like telling the story about naming guys and stuff like that. Yeah. So I wanted to do a record like that for my project where I told a story. So when I went through my alphabets, I'm like, I want to do a song where it's gonna stand, the creativity is gonna stand out from the song.
Right.
So it's like, and it's not easy.
I know. For real.
Okay, because sometimes it might rhyme with something, but then you gotta remember you're in the alphabet, so
Gotta
it
get
might
the
not
letter
rhyme
right
with that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the whole point of it was just like the creative behind it. I'm like, yo, I'm about to rap my whole alphabet, and I did it. That was it.
Did you feel good after?
I wanted
like,
to
you know
do
what I'm saying?
something that I never seen before. I wanted to go through my whole alphabet. I just think about creatives, honestly.
Yeah.
But it took me. I did. I went through L to Z. I mean, what's the end of the alphabet?
Yeah, A to Z.
Like no. I went from L to Z
Right.
this year.
Oh,
And
you
I
did
went
the other
from
one
A
before? A to L, the other
in
before?
2020.
Oh,
I
okay.
just picked it
It
up.
took you a little
me
bit
a
to
little
get that.
time, but I spent the block.
As long as you get
feel
it
me?
done, that's
I
it.
got it done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. That was one of my favorite joints on there.
Thank
I like
you.
that
And I
one a
did
lot.
not know, like,
like that
out of
one.
all the tracks, that was my least favorite.
Really?
But it was my
And the
most.
hook hard, the way I did the
No,
hook.
thank
yeah,
you.
the hook was hard.
Nah, I appreciate that. But it was like, that was my least favorite, but it was my most favorite as far as creatives go.
Yeah.
Like, that was a talking point for me that I could be able to rap through my alphabets.
Right.
And actually telling a story. Like, I wasn't saying A is for ass, B is for boy, C is for cat.
Right.
Like,
To
no,
make
I'm
it go
actually
through, yeah.
spitting
Right.
and lyrically making
Makes
sense.
sense. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, but
All
my
right.
favorite is Misunderstood.
Misunderstood your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, well, we got to talk about another record. Obviously, you mentioned it earlier, the Frank stand.
Yes.
Dream, why you inviting niggas to the Frank stand, Dream? You know,
Always.
in New York, that's crazy. Like, you tell a nigga suck my dick, like, that's crazy out
No, you know my body.
here. Why you so aggressive, Dream? Like, damn.
I don't know. It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Sometimes this aggressiveness will aggressive me out of a lot of situations. Good, sometimes
Good
good,
and bad.
sometimes bad.
I hear that.
But you know, I'm big on opening the Frank stand. If y'all know what that means suck my dick. And just that's what I was thinking about. I
Yes.
literally thought about when I said Frank stand open, and then I was like, they mean the same thing.
Right.
So I explained to you what it means.
Hold up, but what made you get in it? Cause I feel like you gotta be in a certain vibe to just be like, all right, I got this record, Frank Stan. Oh yeah.
What happened was I searched my Twitter name, and I just was like these, they don't even know what they talking. People just be talking. Like people, like you'd be surprised the stories that people will put together and think they know what they talking about, and it's like, when, what, who, when, you don't know shit. You don't know me, man.
Right.
So that was what my
Yeah,
mind said. It just was
yeah.
like, I want to fit, when somebody get me tight and I can't be really that Bronx bitch and really say what I want to say,
Right.
that's the song I'm going to play. I want to feel like this. This is my mood.
Big
so
mood.
that song is my fucking mood.
Okay.
That's how it was created. And I'm going to stand on it.
Right. Okay.
And they went crazy for that Rolling Loud.
Oh yeah, was that was the standout joint that everybody was
Yes.
like? Yeah.
They went
Frank
crazy.
Stan.
And I felt good performing it. Like I felt it. Every fucking word I said. I just
Crazy.
like.
That's violation, really. Inviting to the
Right,
Frank
always
stand, but. All right, cool. I like that one. So tell me, I guess I want to know because you, like you said, it took a while just to kind of get, Life in Plastic 3. What's the difference you feel like between all of them? Now, you explained the covers. Like, is there a difference to you just in the way you approach like number 2 versus number 3?
Yeah. The difference is my elevation. Like a better me. Better flow. And it's like I got my shit together now. That's why I wrapped it up. That's why I put saran wrap around my body, around my face. It's like I got it now. Like I worked on myself. So it's like no track you can't put me on that I won't walk on. Like I can't. Like it's almost hard to lose now. That's how I really feel about it. Humbly speaking though.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's the difference. It's like, if you slept on me before, it's just time to wake them up. That's basically how I look at it.
Okay.
But even like my metaphors, my bars, everything comes stronger.
Yeah, I do feel that.
Yeah.
I think on 2, like I said, the intro on 2 always stood out to me. I ain't gonna lie.
That's my mom's favorite
The
song.
intro
She
on
always
2?
blasting it. That shit pisses
What's
me
it
off.
called? I'm sorry, I keep calling it.
When It's Over.
When It's Over. The When It's Over record, because that was really the first time I heard you like giving that much of yourself.
Was
like,
it When It's Over? When It's Over was the intro, right?
I
What
know
was
it's the intro on number 2.
What was it? So what was the first one?
You know what I'm talking about, though.
I forgot. No. For Life in Plastic too.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I know those. I know the reason why. I know Misunderstood. Oh yes, I was.
When it's over.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said a line on there. You said it stood out to me. You said a bunch of shit on there. We talked about a couple of the things. You said I guess it made you feel away because at the time you said like niggas wasn't. They was trying to fuck you to get a feature, I guess, or something like that. I forget the exact line. You recall that one? That line?
I said that on there.
Yeah. It was like I cried, want to give it up. They don't want to give me a feature unless I give it up. But I thought that to me, because
I thought you was talking about a different track I had when I said can't even like.
That's an important line though, because I think even earlier this year we saw Lotto come out and say that like that was a thing for her where she felt like in order to get a feature somebody was asking for sex. Do you as a woman, because I feel like now we in a time where women are flourishing in rap, right? Like y'all are having a whole moment. Do you feel and still feel that energy like? That's something that you got to go through, or that's a hindrance to you as a career, like being a woman in that way, like when we talking about sexually and shit like that, trying to work?
Like anything, whether it's even music or anything, it's just always got to be some extra shit. That's why I don't like favors. Pay my way, and that's that. I like shit to go through my team. If I do a record with a man, I guarantee you it's through my team. I just don't be liking, I don't want no extra shit. I don't want no misconceptions. Business is business, strictly financial, and that's it. You feel me? It's like that. That's how it's probably forever going to be. Because men feel like they're more powerful than us most of the time. And they just feel like we have to work extra harder for that feature. When it's like, damn, this bitch is nice. I just want to put on it. It don't really be like that. There's not too many handouts we get when it comes to male features.
You think that's because of like niggas is looking at you on something like, oh, she look good, I need to hit that to get stuff?
I had guys do songs with me, do videos, and then won't clear the record. Because I won't link.
The niggas told you that? That's what it is?
That's never, nobody ever gonna tell me anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
vibe is that basically? The undertone?
Is a gold digger ever gonna tell you shit gold digger? Is a trick
not a good one.
Okay. Is a trick ever gonna tell you he a trick?
No.
Exactly. That's the problem. Nobody ever tells you what they are because they be in disguise the whole time. So if you really don't want to do the record, you'll do the feature, but you ain't gonna clear it.
So what do you do in that situation? Because I feel like being a good-looking girl, it seems like it's a gift and a curse, right? Like there's the good part of it where it's like, all right, cool, like you an attractive girl, like I'm gonna talk to you, maybe work with you, but then there's the other part of it. Do you feel like, is it easy? Does it make it easier or harder being a good-looking girl in this music industry?
That's why I have Frank Stamp. Because if you would ask me this question, I just wanted to play that right there.
Yeah, Frank's there.
Open, tuck my,
Right.
Whether you do it or not, it's not gonna take away from me.
Yeah.
It's fine. I got my path. I know my lane. My vision is tunnel. If you're not in there, it's fine. I'm not gonna lose. It's cool. But you asked me another part of the question. I don't think I answered at the end of it.
I mean, does it make it easier or harder? Like
it's harder. You know that.
I don't know that because I be thinking sometimes like I be thinking like me as a man, right? Like what I'm doing and I'm going through certain situations is like I gotta like a nigga that's in power is probably gonna listen to you before he listens to me. That's how I be feeling. But I understand what you're saying.
When it's
you see
like
what I'm saying though?
Exchange.
Like we both gotta say the same thing, right? Let's say this guy over here, we both gotta say the same thing. He might listen to you before he listens to me.
Right. But also when people think that they could bargain their success, like they try to use that against you sometimes. They be like, they probably feel like, bitch, I don't need you. You need me more than I need you. That's how they be feeling.
Right.
And ain't no motherfucker in this world will ever make me belittle, degrade myself, or make me feel some type of way over their fucking voice. It's never that deep.
Yeah.
You and your voice could skate.
Yeah. All right. I fuck with that.
But it is hard. I challenge it till today.
Yeah.
But I know what it is.
You know what? So
no nigga could finesse me.
Finesse you?
Definitely not for no damn.
Like for a verse?
No. I'm talking about like on some shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm really from the Bronx.
You really like that?
Most of the guys in the rap industry, they just got on. Like I'm really my
You
street.
knew
My
that. You
air been
already
to the
been here.
street. You feel
Yeah.
me?
So tell me
You
about
can't finesse me.
Right.
I'm a finesser.
All right. So hold up. Tell me about the Bronx. Young DreamDoll, before the rap shit,
Right.
before all the extra, before the bad bitch shit, before all that. Tell me about what's DreamDoll growing up in Edenwald Projects. Tell me who was that person?
Having fun, not giving a fuck. And I miss it. I miss hopping gates, fences. I miss manhunt. I miss going to the turf. I miss chilling on the block. I miss sitting in front of the building. I miss getting wet in the fire hydrant. I feel like we had the best childhood. Like, being able to just do anything. Nowadays, there's a camera involved. I live my life under a microscope. I go get drunk with my friends. We could have a fight at the train station, walk back up the hill, whatever. It was fun because I was a child.
Right.
You feel me? That's just like nowadays, even with school. Kids in school nowadays come to school, Balenciaga will take us
That's
to
crazy
it.
now.
Crazy.
I'm like,
we
damn.
went in Palais.
All I needed was a Vince and I was aight.
You
Like,
feel me?
yeah.
We could. It was a little more affordable.
Right.
Shit, all you had to do was have the newest pair of Jordans on a Saturday.
And you was lit. Yeah, that's a fact. So tell me, what type of time was you on though? Like, what was it like? Was music always a thing for you in your head? Like, I want to do music, or like, what was your career direction before we knew you?
When I was young, maybe 8, I just said I wanted to be a star. And I have a memoir where I actually wrote that. It's like real sloppy handwriting. And I said I want to be a star. That was my field, the star. Whatever it took to be a star, I already knew this when I was 8 years old. Now, after I went to college, after I went to my 3 little high schools, you know.
3? Hold up. What, you was bad or something? Why 3?
I graduated from alternative school.
Oh, okay.
I was bad. I always
wilding. Yeah.
I was wild and got kicked out for fighting. They swapped me out a couple times.
Okay.
But I graduated and I went to college, 2 colleges.
What school you went to?
Herkimer and Westchester Community College.
Okay.
But yeah, so like
What you
I wanted to be a
studying,
hairstylist.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I didn't want to go to hair school. I just wanted to do wash and sets.
Get the,
like I knew how to do a bomb doobie. You feel me? I know how to do a bomb not on myself, but on somebody else I could do it.
Right.
And then I had like 23 jobs though.
What you mean?
I did a YouTube video on it.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Name a place and I worked there.
Like Red Lobster? Did you work at Red Lobster?
No.
Mad niggas worked at Red Lobster.
I never worked at Red Lobster, but I worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, you did the Chuck E. Cheese?
I worked at Dunkin'.
Don't tell me you had the mouse hat on doing the robot.
That's just thing. They tried to make me put that on, I almost quit.
Yeah. Hold on, all right, what was the worst job where you was like, man, fuck,
Burger King, drive-through, hated it.
Yeah.
I quit that day.
One day, in and out, grand opening,
Probably
grand
3
closing.
hours. I can't multitask. Like I couldn't do the talking in my ear and the making the thing at the same time. Like y'all.
Oh, you had to make the shit and
like
get the
pack
order.
the shit and do that. It's too much.
Yeah.
And they be yelling on thing. I don't need this. I'm out. Next job. But I worked everywhere. True Religion, Paragon, Juicy Couture.
Okay.
Accessorize, Pier 1.
Oh, you was driving the Accessorize?
No, that was a store called Accessorize on 14th
Oh, I
Street.
thought you meant the little, the Accessorize.
No, I used to do community service. I cleaned up after the World Trade Center.
Oh, wow.
For my bag. Yes, I was getting my money. Fuck, what you talking about?
Damn, you know there's a lawsuit for that. You better go get that money for the people that was
Nah, I
down
quit that day. So I don't know what I
Yo, Dream, what's up with you, man?
got. I quit that day, and they gave me a half a pay because I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I worked at Subways.
I like Subway still. I got money, I still eat Subway.
I worked at TGI Fridays. I worked in mad places.
Damn. So what was the point where you started to feel like...
I don't want to work for people.
Yeah, what was that? When was that where it was like,
that was
I'm
every
off
job.
This shit? Every job?
That's why I quit. Well, I got fired from my attendance, but overall, I did not want. I couldn't put myself in that I'm about to let you check me moment. That's my mouth when he got me fired. I got written up a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
But I love the new environments. That's how I know I can't stay with the same person for too long.
Yeah, gotta move around. And...
Dibble dabble.
So what point did you feel like you was coming into your own? Like you started, what point was DreamDoll born? When was that born for you?
Well, I always been Dream. And I always been a dog. Dog gang. That was me and my friends growing up.
Yo, dog gang?
Yeah, from Edenwald. We got all our name on doll, so we've been doll.
Yeah, I've been on that. All right.
And dream, because I could sell you a dream. I could finesse the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
I could sell you a dream, and we don't just my way of words. So that's why my name was Dream.
When did you learn that
my game is too elite.
When did you learn you had the ability to finesse niggas? Like, when was it that you was like, oh, I could get what I want out of people?
Yeah.
Like when did you learn that?
I can mind fuck you.
Mind? Well, not me. Don't say me.
I can
She
mind
talking to y'all.
anybody.
All right, but when did you learn
I got
that?
a way with words.
When did you know that?
I think being a waitress at Sin City.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That is like, it's all about selling dreams.
Did you like that? Cause that life is a different life. Did you like that part of your life?
It gets overbearing sometimes because, you know, it's a lot to deal with when it's just multiple people, but it had its turn.
Yeah.
But, you know.
For sure. I mean, I think you also, another interesting thing about you, like I said, you keep it real in a lot of your music. You open about getting your body done. You speak about that in records and things like that. I think that's the thing today. Like, you know, there's a lot of women that want to do that. There's a lot of women that talk about it, all this type of shit.
There's a lot of women that lie about it.
That's a fact too. Do you think today in this industry, is that something like you need to, there you go, pull up. Do you need to do that in order to be successful in this game, you feel like?
What's it called? Eat your own?
Yeah.
Eat your own. If you want to turn that gut to a butt, baby, do that.
Right.
If you want to fill up your breast, go do that. I don't tell nobody nothing about surgery. If you want to do it, do it. Just make sure you do it for the right reasons and make sure you go to the right doctors and study on it, and that's that. I don't have nothing against it.
Yeah. Did you feel bad before you did that? Or
no, when I was working in the clubs, I was the only one behind the bar starters with a natural body.
Was you getting attention at that time with the natural body?
I was lit.
I be at Starlets, I see older, it's a lot of nice BBLs in there for real.
First of all, you're from New York. You know I've always been lit.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I'm saying, did you feel it? It's not about what we feel. I'm
You're
talking
right.
about,
but what I'm saying
like
is,
that?
it wasn't about the body. Like it's not about on the exterior mainly. Like, it's not about looks. It's about the inside. Like, I'm a vibe. I'm fun. Like, I just like to do fun shit. I'm a personality. Whether I'm chilling on a block with my friends, or whether I'm in with the chairman, yeah. I'm gonna be myself.
Right.
And that's why people fuck with me, and that's why I have so many relationships, because it's like, they fuck with me. They don't fuck with me because I'm a nice body, No, they fuck with me because I balance relationships.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
It's important.
I like that.
But I mean, the other stuff is just extra. Because most of the majority, a lot of people, they're just like, all right, they have the nice body, but what else?
That's a fact.
What else? Could we have a conversation? Could we cut ass on each other?
That's a fact.
What else?
Right.
When we go to the comedy show, you gonna laugh or you gonna be like, it really be more to this shit.
Yeah.
It's not just about that.
All right, so tell me, a lot of guys watch this show, a lot of girls watch this show also. They want to know, what's DreamDoll's type? Like, when you see somebody and they be like, ah, man, DreamDoll looks so good, blah, blah, blah. What's your type?
My
what do you
type,
like?
Honestly, I be surprising myself all the time.
It's different? They be different?
No, I just really don't think I have a type.
Everybody say that, low-key.
Yeah, and do you ever follow your type? No. We never follow our type.
Right.
If we want to talk about our type, we could say he needs to be this,
yeah.
he needs to be this, he needs to be that, he needs to be tall, he needs to have muscles,
right.
he needs to do this, he needs to do that. Half of the time you get the Mr. Right and you be like, you don't even want him.
It don't even be all that, right?
I be getting them back. They be like, what don't you see in this guy? He's so perfect. I be like, it's a no.
It's a no?
It just be like, it's never guidelines to it. I feel like we think we want these stereotype people, but then they be like, them type people we don't even want when we get it.
So what is it that? Is it just a vibe, an energy? Like, when you find somebody and you like, oh, I like this.
I like money.
I like that you keep it a stack, though.
I love money.
Money.
Yeah,
So that's the basis. Like, all right, if you got bread, pull up.
Not if you pull up, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta. I hate cappers. Don't talk your shit. Don't go broke trying to keep up, and don't sit there and
Talk
try
that
to.
talk.
Like, money makes me happy. I'm not saying I like money, like,
Yeah.
but when I make money, I'm very happy. I could buy myself whenever I want. I don't have to get it from no man. I don't gotta depend on no man. I could treat myself. I love treating myself.
Yeah.
I'd rather go and eat at a bar and treat myself to a 5-star dinner than to go on a date.
Then somebody else pay for it. You rather pay for
Yeah,
it?
because I don't want to be
Jane.
bothered
Come on.
sometimes. I swear to God. You know how many
Yeah.
times I do that?
Yeah.
Mad times. I'd rather sit at a bar, be on the phone with one of my homegirls and gossip. And sit there and eat my food and don't got to worry about sitting here telling nobody my favorite color, my sign, Pisces this, Pisces that. I don't got to do that.
Extra shit. Yeah.
Let's skip that and
Right.
just do what I want to eat.
Okay.
Unless I'm with my homegirls and we just be like, who about
Y'all ain't got shit.
You feel me? And I'm with the gang, you know, the link.
Nah, for sure. All right. Now, so I got to ask you about this because I ain't going to lie. This was the record that I was like, oh, this girl could rap for real. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, take that drink because you know what's coming. When you made that Tory diss, I'm not going to hold you, Dream. That was when I first, forget the diss, forget the messy shit. I'm just talking about you as somebody that's rapping. I was like, oh, shit, this girl, she going crazy. Tell me about that. Like, just that moment in time, a few years ago. Tell me about that moment in time. You going?
Walk me through that.
All right, let me tell you what I seen, because I know you know what it is.
Show me what you seen.
So I seen originally, right? It was Tory he was trying to like battle everybody. I think he made a diss to Don Q at the time. He made a diss to a couple people, and I feel like he mentioned your name.
All right, you struck, so I struck back.
So that's all it was for you.
That's
Like
what
you
it
struck and I
was.
struck back. Cause it felt cause you was talking shit
I
on there.
struck back.
It felt like you wanted to say
Listen,
that.
I came up from cutting ass rapping. That's what I used to do in college.
Yeah.
So one thing motherfucker can't do with me, you are not gonna out rap me with cutting ass. I will eat you the fuck up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, as far as that goes, I already knew I had it in the bag because I had that talent.
Right.
Like I could cut your ass.
So what was it? When was the point that you realized, like, you know what? I'm gonna go get the disc because you threw the 50 on there. That was a real moment for me. Like
That was a
ain't gonna
real
lie.
moment for me. That was like the moment where I felt like everybody fucked with me.
That was.
Musically.
Honestly, it is.
You gotta understand. I
That's a
didn't even
fact.
have a single out, and I'm like, what the? I was the talk of town, even on the news.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That was the moment I really paid
I
attention
felt like
to Dream
that was
for
the
real.
most, the height that I felt. I got the most love and it's about respect, bro. Cause especially coming from reality TV, motherfuckers really don't be respecting reality like that.
Yeah.
You know, reality TV, rappers off reality TV. So it's like that moment that I got and then the love that I was getting, I'm like, and that's why I just stuck with that same flow. That's what made me change my flow. Cause I'm like, oh, I need this energy all the time.
Right.
But I felt like I didn't want to come with my sweet, soft shit because you play with me. Don't
Right.
play with me. And that's just what happened.
I ain't gonna lie, I like when you rap hard like that. That was the moment I was like, oh shit.
Prime example, you feel me? But yeah, I got struck.
Okay.
It's off limits when you come for me. And I didn't want to react like a female.
Yeah.
So I just put it in my music where that's where the attention should go.
I like that. I love that. That's how you really supposed to do this
Yeah,
shit. Put that shit in the
absolutely.
music. Off that record, it seemed like you really liked the nigga for real. Like basically
Boy,
off
please.
I'm just saying, if I'm listening to the lyrics, it seemed like at the time, not at
Listen,
the time.
I'm a Pisces. I will love you today. Love you. I probably flatten your tires, do the most, tap your phone, do all types of shit.
Yeah.
And then I will really stop fucking with you. Once I cut you off, it's
That's
over.
it.
Like, next.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Frankston open. Next. You feel me? I literally, like, my cutoff game is so strong. So it's just like, yeah, I was bent off that.
Okay. Did that turn you off from like rap niggas, industry niggas, or?
I don't like rap niggas.
No.
I'm trying to still figure out my type. I told you that I don't really know. I don't want athletes. I don't want rappers.
Why? Is it like you
I
already
just-
did this and you don't like it? You off that already? Like, what's the?
I'm all for real. I need to meet somebody in the supermarket bumping my cart or something
You
like that.
see, why you got a cap, JC? You don't even really want that. You don't want that.
Yeah, or maybe the owner of the gas company comes and fills up the tank. I don't know. It's not it. You feel
Right.
me? I just don't want it. I'm tired of that. I need stability. I don't want to be able to it to be anything to do with what I do. Let's do two different things. I don't want to produce the thing or stay away from my music.
Yeah.
This my music. You go
Do what you do.
save Dalmatians in the forest. Do
Right.
whatever you do.
Right.
Go fucking make paper, loose leaf paper with the trees.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, just don't do music. And
Right.
that's fine. Unless you're a chairman, then we could talk.
Oh, okay. The boss is all right.
Or you sign the checks. I don't want to talk to nobody that's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
check.
a,
Fine.
yeah, okay. All right, that's what's up. Nah, Dream, listen, thank you. I appreciate you really pulling up.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. This was real cute.
Nah, for
I
sure.
love Bel Air. You know, I just shot with them in Miami.
I heard. They
Yeah, it
told
was
me.
so dope.
Shout out to Tamika. Shout out to Julia,
to-
Sarah, Bel Air, big Bel Air energy.
Yes.
Last but not least, tell me, like I said, I've been watching your ascension. I've been watching you grow.
Ascension.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at you
Vocabulary,
embellishing
you know what I'm saying?
that.
Because vocabulary, right?
I like that. When you graduated from school?
Nah, I dropped out.
seem
But I
like
went to
you
college
educated.
though. Yeah, I'm educated.
What college?
Baruch.
Okay, I know that's right.
Baruch College. Yeah, I dropped out. I ain't make no money there.
You feel me? You give it a see.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You give it a shot.
Yeah.
At least you know it don't work for you.
You know what I'm saying? I got what I got, and then we moved on.
That's how I feel about rappers.
Yeah.
Not for me. Rap
Yo,
they
Gene, I
don't.
swear, if you come
No
back with
rapper.
another rapper, I'm bringing you back on the show. I'm hitting up Amber and all of them, like, you need to come here
Call
and explain
me
this. Explain
out.
yourself.
Call me out.
All right, for sure. So tell me, like, what I was saying was, how do you continue to grow? Like, how do you continue to level up on the path that you're on? I've watched it happen in steps. I've watched the progression. What does the next level look like to you?
My next level is basically just getting my flowers and, you know, having my tunnel vision and not even turning to the left or the right. Just keep going straight. Like, just keep working, stay focused. And within due time, I'm going to get everything that I deserve. So just keep working, stay consistent. Stay consistent. I'm not going to give you guys a big break like that. And just tunnel vision, basically.
Yeah.
Stay away from the drama.
I meant to ask you, what do you feel about the new wave of New York? Like, you know, the drill music shit, Ice Spice bubbling right now, Ice Spice getting hot. What you feel about, like, the new wave of
I
shit?
really like her, though.
Yeah? Fuck with me?
Even besides mine, like, give me love, give it back. I like her.
Is that like some Spanish from the Bronx connection, or you just like the
I'm
music?
not Spanish.
You're not? I thought you were Dominican.
See, there you go, judging me by my cover.
I'm not judging you. I could have
What made
swore
you
I
thought
read
I was
that. I
Dominican?
feel like I read that.
You ain't
You're not
never hear me
Dominican?
speak Spanish. No,
What are you?
black and white.
Black and white? Okay.
Oreo.
Mulatto.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now that's what's up. What you think about drill? You fucking with the drill scene?
You see, I didn't want to jump on the wave.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised. Well, you and Rod switched did the Aaliyah shit, and it
But
kind of
even
had
that, I was drill.
Right.
I did that in 2019, so I was like, I did that already. Like,
Right.
I'm not about to jump on the wave because y'all doing it when I been did it.
Right.
You know, but I don't want to do trendy.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't really into that. But I'll still walk on a drill beat, send it to me.
Right.
But it's crazy because that's my most streaming song on Spotify.
Cause that was the first time we heard the sample with this. I was like, oh, okay, y'all going
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I love that song. And I performed it at Rolling Loud.
Talk to me nice.
Yeah, I be talking my shit, but you know I can fight.
Yeah. Okay, and last question. As far as your influences, like, you know, coming in the game, at least me, I think I'm a little older than you. I feel like Lil' Kim was the pinnacle when I was growing up of like women rap.
So legendary.
Then Nicki took the torch and ran that bitch for years on years. And now now we in the moment where there's a lot of women that are able to come to the forefront and do what they do. Who were I guess the people that you looked up to in terms of music and rapping, like?
So you listen to female artists?
On some shit like it, not like, I don't
What
be at the crib
female
bumping
artists
it
make
like.
you do the stink face?
Glorilla. I like that new Glorilla shit. What's that that record she
I
got
don't
with
give a
Cardi? I
fuck
said,
tomorrow.
yeah, I like
Nah,
that.
I love Cardi
I
verse
like
too.
Glorilla.
Yeah, no, she seemed very humble. I'm really happy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, she earned it. Like, she been doing music for a while, and she getting her shit, you know?
Yeah.
Her shit fire.
Cause I can appreciate women talking shit and having fun. Like, I'm not like at the crib just bumping this, but like I appreciate when women can like talk they shit, have fun.
Yeah.
Seeing women have fun make me have fun.
Right, seeing men fuck with my music, that that shit do something to me because I want a man to be like,
Right.
like, dang, she said that.
So who was you fucking with? Was you fucking with like Nicki? Did you grow up on that? Was you fucking with like
I love
Cardi? Was you fucking with Kim? Like who was the one for you where you was like, damn, like
But why I gotta be separated?
Nah, it don't gotta be separate. It could be
I
all
feel
of them,
like-
really.
I feel like right now it's like the way female rap is about to really bump these men down these damn charts and take over. Because let's think about it. There's really a lot of female artists that could out-rap a lot of guys. You feel me?
Talk that talk.
Because I done, you feel me, been on tracks where people be like, Dream, your shit was hard.
Yeah.
Gave me my props.
All right.
But I really feel like the way female rap is and where it's going, I think that we about to slowly knock these men out. And it's not gonna be like, oh, this female artist. Because look at it. It's all these female artists now, but back in the days it used to only be like one.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, there's
Yeah.
a lot.
Right.
And there's a lot of females really popping their shit. So I feel like it's gonna keep growing and it's not only just one-on-one. I love the way it's going and even like the up-and-coming artists, other up-and-coming female artists.
Yeah.
Like even from the Bronx, like Lola Brooks, fire.
Don't play with it, don't play with it.
Don't play with it, you
I
know?
like that. Nah,
So
for sure.
what you think, what city you think got it like the most?
I mean, it was the Bronx. But I think the drill shit not gonna last because the mayor and the police don't want drill to work.
Yeah, that's the
So
only
that's what's
thing. That's
making
why
it
when they
hard for
said
the
they
drill
taking
shit.
them off rolling
That's
out,
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
like, ooh.
Right, you know what I
You
mean?
think it was girls too that they took off?
Nah, I don't think so. It's more the guys, because I feel like the girls took their shit and they doing it, but I haven't seen nobody like getting killed. We could like, they might throw a little fight. Niggas just killing niggas over
yeah,
these
you're right.
records.
And
it's
honestly, it's like even with getting locked up, like
Facts.
you could wrap yourself in the
Right in the
fucking
pen.
into indictment real quick.
That's a fact. You're right about that. But listen, Dream, I thank you for pulling up. I appreciate your time.
Thank
I ain't gonna lie,
you.
I hope somebody dish you again so I can get another.
Come on.
I put this pussy on your head. I'm praying.
Why you
that's
putting that out in the
because,
universe?
I want to hear you rap like
Why
that.
you want to do them like that?
Because I just want to hear
That's
some
so
bars like
fucked
that. I
up.
like the energy. But listen, thank you. I appreciate your time. This is a dope episode of Cigar Talk. The lovely DreamDoll in the
Thank
building.
you.
Shout out to Bel Air.
I thought there was gonna be cigars here, cause I thought you was gonna teach me how to smoke a cigar.
Nah, usually, I can teach you off camera. YouTube be hating because, like, tobacco products and shit, they be
We could have had some
demonetizing
fake
it.
ones that do a little burning.
I don't say, like, we gotta get the money. We got, you know what I'm saying?
The
We can do that
budget!
shit.
Where's the budget?
we gotta get the money. You know what I'm saying? Listen, dope episode of Cigar Talk. Another one. This was a great one. Shout out to
Okay.
DreamDoll in the building.
You know the vibe.
We out of here.
Cheers.